viral effect do you believe this is going to have on future years? Because the reality is that we have had a very big boom between the year 2004 and 2007 in the real estate market. And that obviously increased the prices of homes, which in turn increased the valuation for tax assessment purposes. So we started to generate more fees, more revenue as far as taxes were concerned, property taxes. And now all of a sudden, it's like if they took our legs out from under us. And the county has not been able to readapt to the pre-market boom.
Well, I'm only sorry that 3 years ago the state did not take the advice of Marco Rubio, who recognized at that time the danger of relying on real estate taxes and proposed the solution of either doing away with all real estate taxes and closing some of the loopholes involving the sales tax in order to alleviate and take this responsibility that we all have for relying on real estate taxes. But you're absolutely correct. This is unsustainable. They estimate that real estate values this year again will drop over 5% here in Miami-Dade County, despite everything that's going on. So what happens in next year's budget? Where do we go next year? Where do we go the following year? What kind of increases do we have in pension and health benefits as far as our public employees are concerned? Nobody can tell you that. I mean, we need a forensic accounting firm to come in here and really examine the books of this county to really determine the financial health. I had a debate a couple weeks ago with Commissioner Sorensen, and I asked Commissioner Sorensen, I said, what's the debt of this county? And Commissioner Sorensen says, well, I don't really know, but the county manager assures me that the county is in excellent financial condition. Well, it just so happened that only 4 days before that debate, Moody's, the credit rating service that rates all municipalities, came out with a negative warning as far as Miami-Dade County was concerned. And that pertained to the problems at Jackson Memorial Hospital, which has to be accounted for, the problems at Miami International Airport, which ran $5 billion over budget, the problems over here at the Performing Arts Center, which ran $200 million over budget. These are unsustainable, and these are wrong. And the county keeps taking money from the community redevelopment districts, money that was set aside to fight slum and blight. We're still dealing with all of the building on Biscayne Boulevard, on Brickell Avenue. All one has to do is go a couple blocks west to see the level of poverty in this community. The city of Miami is still rated as the poorest city in the United States on a per capita basis. And I think, Jhon, this is where the mayor and I really disagree, because I believe the mayor is honest, and I don't believe the mayor is a corrupt individual. I think that the mayor just doesn't have a grasp of the problems and has not provided the type of leadership that this community needs. But I think the difference really is this. The mayor thinks that what makes a great community is building a baseball stadium in Little Havana. The mayor thinks, as Mayor Diaz felt, that what makes a great community is building high-rise condominium buildings and office buildings on Biscayne Boulevard and on Brickell Avenue, of which, unfortunately, a few people have moved into. They think that's what makes a great county and a great city. I believe that what makes a great city and a great county is the quality of life of the people who live in that community. And we have not addressed the quality of life problems of this community, and that's what Mayor Alvarez does not understand.
Do you feel that government has grown to the point at all levels, whether it be local, state, or federally, to the point that we now see that even the rule of law may be affected with some of these banks preparing false affidavits and getting officers to sign off on documents that they never reviewed? And it seems like you can't fight as a consumer. If I don't have the ability to fight, basically they'll trample over my rights.
No, you're absolutely right. And the scandal that's been exposed now in the last week of the type of actions by banks foreclosing on homes, even banks that didn't even have ownership of these homes. I mean, no one knows who has ownership of these homes because So many of these mortgages were packaged together as securities without any type of listing. So you have banks, and it's been exposed that these banks don't even hold the mortgages as far as these homes are concerned. And judges and people have been issuing orders for foreclosure that should have never been issued. But what recourse? Now they say, and I honestly don't understand it. I am a businessman, and we employ over 1,000 people in this county in our automobile dealership. But I don't understand when people say, well, we can't stop the foreclosures because if we stop the foreclosures, it hurts the economy from growing. Well, damn it, I don't care if it hurts the economy in the manner that they say it is. If it's just one person and one family that's been thrown out of a home for no reason at all, that's wrong, and that should be addressed.
Do you feel that there comes a point in time, even from the judiciary's point of view, that you have so many cases that you kind of like lose the real touch and feeling of what you're dealing with? Because there's one thing to sue somebody for money, but there's something else to sue somebody to take away their home, to remove small kids, elderly people. And basically, sheriff comes in, tosses you out of your house, and there's no other recourse.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And these people can't afford to hire an attorney to represent them.
And
so they're basically defenseless against the banks and the mortgage companies.